Assalamu alaikum. I want to talk to you about my life before and after hijab. I am a Muslim girl, 20 years old from Arabian Gulf, the original place of Islam. I used to believe that hijab is not an important issue, and it's lacking my freedom. So I decided that I would never wear hijab as long as I live. Although my mother wears it, but she never convinces my sisters or me to wear it. She thought that you have to believe in it to do it, or else you will take it off as soon as we are far away from her. And I think that it might be right in some way. Or it might make hijab more difficult for us when we get older. It is so hard to get used to something for your whole life and change it at once. It will take you a long time to change your mind. Anyway, I used to love to show up, especially that I am not bad looking at all. And that was the most difficult part. I used to love to dress up and buy expensive clothes. And I love it when everyone was looking and pointing at me. I used to love it when some says, "Wow, she's beautiful." After I finished my high school, I decided to go to have my degree in the United States. I saw a thing in there that I have not ever seen before. It is a Muslim society and community. It's an amazing society with perfect Muslims. They are practicing Islam in a different way that we got used to it. Muslims in the Gulf area have been born Muslims. Arabs didn't have to ask any questions because everything is obvious. We didn't have to think about faith and how to believe in God. Because we were raised and everyone around us is Muslim. We didn't know that the real Islam and how does it feel to live between all different religions and a mixed society. And I just realized that people in Gulf didn't practice pure religion, but they had a mixture between Islam and culture. So many things that I thought it was an Islamic terms turned out to be a culture belief, and they are absolutely wrong aspects. I learned that the pure Islam is not the one that we were raised on, which is full of nonsense stuff that we had in our culture since a long time ago. The real Islam is only in Quran and Sunnah. When people in the States find out that I am Muslim, they always ask me so many questions about Islam, and most of the time I can't find an answer to their questions. So I started to go searching and looking in Islamic books and in internet about Islam, the real thing. I was like someone has not heard anything about Islam before. I learned so many things that I have not knew. I started to go to the mosque and sit with so many brothers and sisters talking and discussing Islam matters. I swear that I have never gone to any mosque in my country or even think about it. Although we had thousands of mosques back home. All the sisters in the mosque were wearing hijab except me, and they were all Americans except me. And they were all broad about it, and I respected them so much for that. I started to think about it all the time. And I started to have so many dreams about me wearing the hijab. I started to have some strange feeling towards myself. I hated it when someone was looking at me. I felt that I was only a picture without a heart or a brain. I finally decided to go for it and wear the hijab. It was the best choice I have ever had. For the first time in my life, I felt that I am a strong person because I will go for what I believe in. And I didn't care of what people think of it or how they will look at me. First day of hijab was the best. I never felt so good and proud in my whole life of myself as much as I felt in that day. My friends and relatives didn't believe that I could do it. And everyone said that I won't keep it for too long. And that may be one of the things that pushed me to keep it until this day. I had to go through a fight with myself which always loved this life and tried to enjoy it as much as I could. Now was time to say stop, and I did. After a while, everyone started to respect me so much that no one had treated me like that before. Everyone believed in me so much because they knew that I am a religious person. And what gave them that expression? It's the hijab. I can go everywhere, and no one would look at me as if I was a picture or a dummy. Nevertheless, I still dress up good and put makeup when I am with my sisters, and that turned out to be more fun.